In the vastness of space, there was an empire known as the Zorvian Dominion. They were an ancient species, technologically advanced, and known for their supremacy across the galaxy. The Zorvians were proud of their strength and intellect, and their empire stretched far and wide. They had conquered countless worlds, subjugated entire civilizations, and ruled over them with an iron fist. However, they had never encountered a species like humanity before. Humanity had recently entered the galactic scene, their ships exploring distant stars, their eyes filled with wonder and curiosity. They had been discovered by the Zorvians when a human vessel, the Odyssey, drifted too far into Zorvian space. Initially, the Zorvians thought little of this encounter. After all, the humans were primitive compared to their own advanced civilization. What they didn't know was that the humans were about to shock the Zorvians in a way no other species had before. It all began when the Odyssey made contact with a Zorvian patrol ship. The humans had sent a message, not knowing whether the Zorvians would respond. To their surprise, the Zorvians were willing to communicate. However, when the first exchange of information was made, it sent a ripple through the Zorvian High Command. "Do you wish to join the Dominion?" The Zorvian ambassador asked the human captain, a man named Commander Derek Walker. The humans had been cautious but hopeful. Commander Walker paused, considering the Zorvians' offer. "We're still figuring things out," he replied cautiously. "We're not sure what we want just yet." The Zorvian ambassador's eyes narrowed, his interest piqued. "We have been following your species for a while now," he said. "Your rapid expansion, your swift technological advancements, is impressive. But there is something curious about your race that we do not fully understand." Commander Walker blinked, unsure of what the Zorvian meant. "What do you mean?" he asked. The Zorvian ambassador leaned forward, his voice dropping to a low tone. "We've been studying your biological composition. It is unlike anything we've encountered before. You're carnivorous." Commander Walker's brow furrowed. "What are you talking about? We're omnivores. We eat both plants and animals." The ambassador shook his head. "No, you misunderstand. Your bodies are designed for consumption of meat. Most species across the galaxy that consume meat do so sparingly, as a necessity. But you humans, you devour it with an intensity that we have never witnessed before. Your planet's ecosystems are centered around this behavior. It's unnatural." Commander Walker was taken aback. "Are you accusing us of something?" The ambassador hesitated for a moment. "I'm not accusing you. I'm simply stating a fact. Your entire species seems to have evolved to hunt and consume flesh, even when alternatives are available. This is unheard of. And what's more, it appears you have mastered this behavior. Your physiology thrives on it, adapts to it. It is as if you are built for it." The words hung in the air like a heavy cloud. Commander Walker felt a sense of pride stir within him, but he also felt confused. The Zorvian's tone was filled with a mix of curiosity and judgment. He was unsure how to respond. The conversation continued for hours, but what had started as a diplomatic exchange soon turned into a tense analysis of humanity's dietary habits. The Zorvian ambassador seemed increasingly disturbed by the concept of humans being carnivorous, as if it was some dark secret of the species that could threaten the very fabric of the galaxy. Eventually, the humans left the conversation with little understanding of the Zorvians' concerns. However, they knew that the Dominion now regarded them with a mixture of suspicion and curiosity. The humans had become the subject of Zorvian gossip. The question was no longer whether they would join the Dominion. It was whether they should be allowed to exist at all. The Zorvian High Command deliberated for weeks. While some argued that the human race was too dangerous to be left unchecked, others believed that their potential could be harnessed. But there was one thing they could not ignore: the humans' insatiable appetite for meat, their predatory nature. The Zorvians had always considered themselves the apex predators, their dominance over other species a source of pride. But humans? They had no predators of their own. They were the hunters. The Zorvians were not accustomed to being challenged in this way. And so the decision was made. The Zorvian fleet would descend upon Earth and determine once and for all whether humans were a threat or an asset. As the Zorvian ships entered Earth's atmosphere, Commander Walker watched from the Odyssey. His mind raced. He knew that the Zorvians were coming, and he knew that the humans had to stand their ground. If the Zorvians wanted to understand why humanity was different, they would have to experience it firsthand. The first wave of Zorvian forces landed in a remote part of the planet, where the humans had established their strongest defenses. The Zorvians were confident. They had the advantage of superior technology, and they believed that their sheer strength would be enough to crush the humans. But they underestimated one thing: the human spirit. As the Zorvians advanced, they were met with a fierce resistance unlike anything they had seen before. Humans, armed with a combination of primitive and advanced weapons, fought back with a savage determination. They fought as if their very survival depended on it, because in a way, it did. The Zorvian forces were caught off guard by the humans' tenacity. The humans weren't just fighting to protect their homes. They were fighting for their way of life, for their natural instincts, for their right to exist as they were. The battle was brutal, but the humans refused to back down. Hours passed, and the Zorvians began to realize that they were losing ground, that humans weren't just defending themselves. They were thriving in the chaos. The Zorvian ships, which had been poised to overwhelm the planet, now found themselves in retreat. The humans had done the unthinkable. They had pushed back the Zorvians. It wasn't just the physical battle that had surprised the Zorvians. It was the way the humans fought, the way they embraced their carnivorous nature. They hunted, they stalked, and they conquered with an animalistic precision that was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. The Zorvians retreated, their minds reeling from the unexpected turn of events. They had underestimated humanity, and they had paid the price for it. As the humans watched the Zorvian ships disappear into the void, they knew that they had sent a message. Humans were not to be underestimated. They were carnivorous, they were fierce, they were here to stay. The Zorvian Dominion would never forget the humans, nor would they ever make the mistake of underestimating them again. The universe had just witnessed the rise of a new apex predator.